Hello students, meeting you after a long time. Hope you are studying well at home. Today I am going to teach you a poem, The Vagabond by R.L. Stevenson. Now you must have heard about R.L. Stevenson because he is famous for writing novels like The Treasure Island, Kidnapped. These are all mystery stories. So these are well known to children of your age. Today's poem is completely different from whatever he has written so long. It is about the yearning of a carefree life. Carefree life means a life without trouble. Now what does the heading depict? The vagabond. What is the meaning of vagabond? Vagabond means a wanderer. In Bengali we say bhobo bhure. Now who is a wanderer? A person who roams about aimlessly. Now look at the board. I have tried to distinguish between the things that a vagabond desires and that he does not like. Now things desire. Lave. Lave means a stream. Now because a vagabond does not lead an organized life, he does not have a house to live in, a proper shelter, roof above his head. So what does he have above his head? The blue sky. The night sky full of stars. Then where does he stay? In nature. He loves to stay in nature. He roams about, wanders from place to place. By the streams. Where does he sleep then? He sleeps on the grass. A bed of grass. And then what does he eat? He tries to satisfy his appetite by searching fruits in the forest. Maybe he gets a bread. Now at home, how do we eat? We always need butter or soup to eat our bread. Then from where does the vagabond get butter or soup? No, he does not. Then in what does he dip his bread? He dips his bread in river water. So it is such a simple life that he leads. That is why he yearns for lave. Lave means stream. He wants a jolly heaven. Jolly heaven means the bright sky above his head. Byway means a lane, a narrow lane, which is very lonely, not travelled by many people. Bed in the bush. He wants to lie in the bush on the grass. He wants a riverside from where he can quench his thirst. He wants to dip his bread in the river. As I told you, he does not have any soup, so no luxury for him. And face of earth around, so no walls around him, no bindings actually. He wants to see the earth, the nature in its full form, and the road below him, on which he can travel far and long distances. So these are the things which he desires, and all the things are derived from the nature. Then what does not he want? He does not want wealth. No money, no riches. What will he do? He is a wanderer. He roams about aimlessly. So wealth and riches are not for him. He does not want hope. Now why do we need hope? We all live on hope. Hope means you want something better, betterment in life. But a wanderer, he has nothing to lose. So why does he require hope? He does not require hope nor wealth. He does not need love. Now how is it that a person does not need love? We cannot stay if our parents will not stop loving us. Then our life will be like a desert. Actually, love is a form of binding. It binds us. Where? It binds us with relations, and as a result, we will have to stay at home with our parents, with our friends, with our relatives. So that is why he does not desire love. He is carefree, and he does not need a friend. Friend means companion. Friend means you have to think for him, for his well-being. You cannot stay like that. So that is why he does not need a friend too. Now coming to the poem. Now you have understood the characteristics of a vagabond, what he likes and what he dislikes. Give to me the life I love, let the lave go by me. So the wanderer or the vagabond, he wants to live in nature. He wants a stream beside him. He wants, give the jolly heaven above and the byway nigh me. So he wants the jolly heaven. Jolly heaven means the bright sky above him. And byway nigh me. Nigh is an old English word. Nigh means near. See, in the word chart I have given nigh means near. So he wants a lonely path. He does not want crowd. He does not like too much people thronging around him. That is why he wants to traverse on a lonely path. Travel on a lonely path. আমি যেরকম বললাম ভবঘুরে, তার মানে তার খুব একটা লোকজন ধন সম্পত্তি এসবের দরকার নেই। সে ভালোবাসে না, সে ভালোবাসে প্রকৃতিতে থাকতে। সে চায় মাথার উপর আকাশ থাকুক, পায়ের নিচে পথ থাকুক, যেটা তাকে সুদূর প্রান্তে নিয়ে যাবে, নানান দেশে নিয়ে যাবে। And then bed in the bush with stars to see. So what a wonderful sight it is. Suppose during night time when we go to the terrace of our house, বাড়ির ছাদে কখনো সন্ধ্যাবেলায় গিয়ে দেখেছো? রাত্রের আকাশটা দেখেছো? কি সুন্দর তারায় ভর্তি হয়ে থাকে, একটা চাঁদ জ্বলজ্বল করে জ্বলছে, আশপাশে কেউ নেই তোমাকে ডিস্টার্ব করতে। আকাশের দিকে তাকিয়ে মুগ্ধ হও না? মনে হয় না আমি একা এখানে থাকি, যেখানে কেউ আমাকে ডিস্টার্ব করবে না? তাহলে আমরা যারা সবাইকে নিয়ে থাকি, নিচের দিকে যদি এত মুগ্ধ হই, তাহলে সাপোজ what does the wanderer like? He likes the night sky above his head. When he will be lying on the soil, on the grass, he has the big blue or dark sky with stars shimmering and twinkling with its bright light. Bed in the bush with stars to see, bread I dip in the river. So such a carefree life he leads that he does not want the lavishness or the luxury of food. এত কিছু ভালো, বিরিয়ানি হলে খাবো না, চিকেন চাই, চিলি চিকেন চাই, ফ্রাইড রাইস চাই না। খুব সাধারণ জীবন, একটু রুটি জলে ডুবিয়ে খেলেই হবে। Bread I dip in the river. So he does not have a pitcher to carry with him. কোনো কলসি নেই। So where will he find water? He will find water in the stream. There he is going to dip his piece of bread so that he can satisfy his hunger. There's a life for a man like me. There's a life forever. So this is the type of life that the wanderer wants to live, that the vagabond wants to live. A very careful life, a life in nature. The second stanza of the poem, let the blow fall soon or late. So what do you mean by blow? Blow means trouble. Trouble in the form of natural disaster or maybe misfortune. Let what will be over me. So he is prepared to face any kind of misfortune. Maybe inclement weather, maybe the weather is too cold or it is raining continuously. He does not have a shelter to hide himself, but he's not afraid to face the world. He's not afraid to face this type of nature or any type of weather which is not suitable for him. If he would have been scared, then he wouldn't have chosen a life of a vagabond or a wanderer. So he is not afraid. Give the face of earth around and the road before me. So again, he says that I just want to see the earth around me, the beautiful nature, the trees, the lovely sky, the mountains, the birds, the animals that are found in nature, the beautiful flowers, the birds that sing, the flowers that bloom, and the wind that sings. So this is all that he wants from the earth. Wealth I seek not. I do not want money. I do not want riches. Hope nor love. He does not want love because love is a form of binding, as I have told you before. Nor a friend to know me. I do not need any other companion. All I see, the heaven above and the road below me. So what I want is the sky above and the road, of course, because that road is going to take me to unknown places where I will find more joys from the nature. Or let autumn fall on me. So now in the third stanza, he speaks about the misfortunes or the dangers or the troubles that he may face in life. See, our life is full of joys and sorrow. It cannot be joy always or it cannot be sorrow always. So you have to be prepared for everything. So similarly, he says that let autumn fall on me. Now remember, this poem has been written by a European poet. In their country, autumn is quite cold. Autumn means in Bengali, Sharad Kal. Now do not try to compare it with autumn of India, because in autumn, India is very pleasant. The weather is very pleasant. You have blue sky, warm sunlight, flowers like kash blooming in the ponds and lilies blooming. So, but in European countries, autumn is frosty. It is very cold. Cold wind starts blowing. The birds retire back to their shelter. You cannot hear the songs of the birds. So that is why the poet has said, or let autumn fall on me, where a field I linger, where I am going to spend a little while, silencing the bird on tree. The cold of the autumn has silenced all the birds. That means due to the very strong winds, the cold winds, the birds either have migrated to some other place or have gone back to their nest. That is why they have stopped singing. There is no mirth in their life. Biting the blue finger, it means that due to cold, your finger has become blue due to the frost. You know the word frostbitten? People who go to the mountain, they have their fingers frostbitten. That means it does not have any sense. It turns blue due to the immense cold of nature. So that is why he said, maybe my fingers will turn blue due to the immense cold. White as meal the frosty field. The field is covered with frost, ice, thin sheet of ice. And how does it appear? It appears like powdered meal. You know what is meal? Meal is cereal that we take, like millet, bajra, wheat. These are all cereals. So when they are grinded and powdered, how does it look like? White powder. So the frosty field is compared to powdered meal. It looks like powdered meal. Warm the fireside heaven. And people, they have taken shelter in their homes and they do not want to leave the fireside, where they find the warmth of the fire which will help them to stay warm. Not to autumn will I yield. I am not going to surrender myself due to the immense cold of the nature of the autumn. Not to winter even. Let winter come. I will not be scared of winter. I am not going to surrender myself to the natural incleminities. That means here the poet is not at all scared of any sort of trouble that comes across his path. যতই শীত হোক, শরীরকে কষ্ট দিই, নীল হয়ে যাচ্ছি ঠান্ডায়, অষাঢ় হয়ে যাচ্ছি, সামনে যে মাঠটা দেখতে পাচ্ছি সাদা হয়ে গেছে বরফে। কেমন সাদা? না যেন শস্য দানাকে গুঁড়ো করলে যেমন সাদা হয়ে যায় তেমন সাদা। পাখিরা গান গাওয়া বন্ধ করে দিয়েছে। কিন্তু না, ভয় পাবো না আমি। আমি কিন্তু অটমের জন্য, শরতের জন্য, শীতের জন্য আমি বাড়ির আশ্রয়ে ফিরে যাব না। আমি নেচারে থেকে যাব। Let the blue fall soon or late. So let whatever may come in my life, maybe it is a lot of trouble, maybe lot of weather incleminities, I am not going to bow down. Let what will be over me, whatever may happen to me, I won't be scared. You cannot bind me with shackles. You cannot take me back home. I'm not going to be surrendered within the four boundary walls of a house. I want the life of a nature and nothing can take me back. Give the face of earth around me. Let me have the earth around me, this beautiful nature. the second stanza once again. Why? To emphasize the carefree life of a vagabond. So this is what the poet wants, the life of a vagabond. See, our school is trying its best to furnish you with all the study materials during this lockdown period. We understand your difficulties and we are trying our best. So stay at home and stay safe.